guys, welcome back to my channel.
Hello.
I'm here with my husband Daniel. If you're new to my channel, hi, welcome. This is my husband. We just got back from our honeymoon in northern Italy.
We went to Lake Como.
Yeah, it was awesome.
We went there last year and we fell in love with it, and for me at least it's my favorite place in Europe that I've been to so far, so we decided to go back.
We basically just wanted to be in a place together and not do much. We love nature, we love Italian food, especially Daniel just loves food in general, so we thought it was kind of the best of everything that we liked. Plus you get the lake, you just lay out.
We stayed at a pretty nice hotel, somewhere that could kind of cater to us. We didn't want to have to do too much work, which sounds really bougie, but it's our honeymoon. It was kind of what we wanted to go for.
The whole point of this trip was to be fancy kind of and treat ourselves, because it has been a very long time. I know we travel a lot and it seems like it's great, but we travel for work, which is a completely different
It's not the
thing.
same. It's completely different. You're not able to fully relax when you're there to work.
Yeah, because we're constantly thinking about what content to get, what we need to film and shoot.
Get up and do shoots and go film, and a lot of the activities are scheduled, and it's
which is totally fine. We're not complaining.
Not as relaxing as just a proper vacation.
Yeah, and we have not had one of those since we started dating. So we thought that this time would be the perfect time to just not do anything work related. We stayed off of social media, we stayed off of our phones, we told everyone.
Well, I use my phone for music and maps and translating.
Yeah.
But that was really it. No texting, no phone calling, no social media apps at all.
No emails.
Nothing that connected us to the outside world, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, and we told everyone in our lives that that's what we were doing. Like I said, we decided not to do anything for work, so we did not vlog because we wanted to get pictures and videos for ourselves. We brought a film camera to get pictures that way, so I'm so excited to get those developed.
Well,
we have no idea what they look like.
We still took pictures and some funny videos and stuff when things would happen on our phones.
Yeah. Just
like you would if you had a camcorder or a camera.
I feel also most people use their phones when they're traveling,
or they just
as
use your phone,
pictures and stuff. But I asked you guys on Instagram to ask us questions about our honeymoon as well as just relationships in general, and so we're gonna kind of talk about what we did on our honeymoon and also answer these questions. So the most asked question was it hard to be off of your phone and off of social media?
Not for me. The only thing that was weird was not being as connected with everyone as you are usually. Seeing what everyone does all the time, posting stories, posting pictures, or tweeting or Facebook status, whatever social media app you use, you're always connected with everyone in your life. So it felt like it used to 10 years ago when you didn't know what everyone was doing, which was really nice. It was a nice break.
I feel a lot of you guys had DM'd me saying that you take social media breaks, which I think is awesome and definitely something that I want to do more. So I went into this thinking it was going to be really hard, but it was actually really easy and I loved it. I had not taken a break from social media since 2015 when I started doing YouTube full time. I've taken a break off posting, but on social media, just scrolling or looking at my friends' stories or whatever, I have not taken a break. So I definitely needed this, and I think it's extremely healthy for people to take breaks from social media. Definitely. And I felt a lot more refreshed. It was actually hard getting back into it because I was so used to not even thinking about it, but I'm glad we're back, and thank you so much for being so supportive over this decision to do it. I know a lot of people are curious to see what couples get up to on their honeymoon. I know I was before we went away, but we just decided not to film, but we did get some funny clips, so we're going to talk a little bit about our trip and what we did. So before the trip, we had nothing planned or booked except for a boat ride, and we wanted the boat ride because our friends last year did it, and they...
It's a vintage 1950s boat.
Yeah,
with the wood paneling, gorgeous boat. It was on the lake, under the sunshine, you get Prosecco. It was really fun.
Yeah, and it's a guided tour, so he kind of brings you to different spots. You get two options if you want to do the north or the south side. We are staying on the south.
Yeah, we did the south.
So they bring you to some villas, some hotels, give you a little history about Lake Como and some cool places and some cool photo opportunities and stuff like that, and we just had a really good time. The guy was pretty young. It was his first year doing it, so he was super
fun. Must have been 18 or something.
Yeah, he was super fun.
The other thing we had scheduled beforehand, we hadn't booked, but we knew we wanted to do it, was rent a car and drive into a small town called Lugano in Switzerland, which was only a 45-minute, hour drive from Como, but it's across the border. We knew we wanted to do that, so that was something else we had planned.
My aunt had kept telling me, last year when we went to Lake Como, she was like, you need to go to Lugano. It's an Italian town like in the south of Switzerland. They all speak Italian there, and it's Italian food. And she goes, it's the most beautiful place I've ever been to. Your grandfather used to go a lot, and so we didn't have time to do it last year, and this time we were like, we need to do it.
Yeah, it was nice.
And so we rented this really cute convertible Fiat. I loved it.
It was like a little white buggy where the roof comes back. It was really nice. It was perfect for the roads because it's narrow roads and it's all windy.
Yeah.
So if we had had like a bigger, longer car, it would have been tougher to navigate. So it was perfect.
It was so cute. And when I was telling Dan this, because I was trying to hold in my excitement the whole time, but since I was a little girl, I always dreamed of being in a convertible, driving on the coast in Italy with like my future husband or whatever. But when that was happening, I almost like peed myself because I was like, couldn't contain my excitement. I'm like, this is actually happening. This is actually happening. I can't believe it. I almost started crying because I was like, I can't believe it's happening. I was so happy in that moment. I'm gonna insert like a video where I was trying to compose myself, but I didn't. My face is just like, I didn't know what to do. I was so happy. Lugano was amazing. You want to talk a little bit about that?
So Lugano, like we said, it's a town in Switzerland, but it's not that far from Italy. It's like literally you go through the town and the border is halfway through the town of Como. But same thing, it's on a lake. I think the lake's name is Lugano as well as the city. Mountains, again, you're still at the base of the Alps. Beautiful, very similar, just the architecture is a lot different. It's more modernized, like a lot of the Swiss architecture. You have a lot of the old like Italian villa looking type buildings, but then you have a lot of new kind of modernized buildings. I liked it better for different reasons, but I liked Lake Como and those cities better for other reasons.
The food we had in Lugano.
Actually, yeah, like some of the best Italian food we had was in Lugano, which technically isn't even in Italy, but it's in like a southern area of Switzerland they consider very Italian. Everyone speaks Italian.
We went to this restaurant, I have no idea the name. We kind of just
It was so good.
This is our favorite thing to do, where we just like stumble across a restaurant and just walk in, look at the menu and go and try it. We don't like look at TripAdvisor or whatever because we just like to try things out. And so it was really cute on these stairs.
Oh my God, it was amazing. The pasta, the bread, the like charcuterie plate with prosciutto and cheese.
Oh
and
my
like,
gosh.
oh, it was so good.
So we walked up, we parked the car, which was super easy to find parking. We walked into like this old area and then walked all the way up to the church.
Narrow roads and restaurants and stuff. Yeah, there's a church at the top.
We went into the church. We kind of just looked around at the view, which was absolutely stunning. The entire view with the mountains and the lake. And then we found this restaurant. We went and ate at the restaurant, had some wine. It was so romantic and really fun. Then I got blisters, so we need to go find Band-Aids.
I don't think we've ever been on a trip that you didn't get blisters.
Yeah. And
usually it's because you, for some reason, the days we walk, you wear new shoes that you've never worn before. But
I didn't.
This time it's because you didn't have any socks that went with the shoes. So we ended up stopping at an H&M, buying a pack of socks and blister pads at a pharmacy.
Yeah.
They have funiculars on almost all the mountains in the area, like a lot of them you can go on. And so we just found one nearby and we walked to it. It was like a 20-minute walk. Took it up, which was steep and scary, but you're in a like train kind of thing, so it wasn't that bad. It was like really, really hot and sweaty and sticky, and there's like crowded people in this small little like tube train, no AC. Yeah. I stank. I needed to reapply deodorant, but I didn't have any with me. Anyway.
Wait, sorry to cut you off, but at one point Dan goes,
I was like, I think it's either me or someone stinks. And then I like moved and I was like, nope, it's me. Alex was like, yep. Anyways, we got to the top, then you walk for like 10 minutes a bit to go even higher. And then at the top, there was like this super old church. And then there was a staircase on the outside of the church to get to the roof of the church. I'm really proud that we did it. I'm happy we did, because you get like the best panoramic view of everything.
Holy crap.
But that staircase, oh my God. I'm super afraid of heights. And it was like on the edge of the mountain. Like, I don't know how high we were. We must have been like,
there was no signs that said how high we were.
Like 600 meters. We have a funny video of me trying to go up the stairs, but we made it. It was just really scary. It took like a bunch of tries and then we just followed another couple up.
Yeah, so I'll insert that video right now. That's where I got stuck. There's more? Don't fall, Dan. Maybe sit.
Okay.
This is so high. I'm literally shaking. Like.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Okay. There's a corner and it's just a landing, like on the edge.
Nope.
No.
We did do Bellagio one day, which
that's
is
true.
like the main kind of little village in, well, there's Como, which is like the main one, and we did go to Como as well. But one day we decided we wanted to go to Bellagio, which is actually in like, so Lake Como is like an upside down Y.
Yeah, if you've never seen it, so there's like a branch at the top and then it splits at the bottom.
Yeah.
And Como's at the bottom of one of the branches. But at the very like center where it peaks and the lake splits, that's Bellagio. So you get like a really kind of surrounded view of mountains and lake.
Beautiful.
It's really nice.
And it's like an old town, and
we took like it was like a 2 and a bit hour ferry ride from Como, where it kind of like bounces along the coast, stopping at every small town, picking up and dropping people off, and then we got off at Bellagio, and I think it went even further.
Bellagio, we spent basically the whole day, which was my actual birthday, which was so fun, and again, just kind of wandered and went to restaurants. Okay, so let's answer some questions. So another really asked question was, did we argue at all on our honeymoon? And
Yeah.
I think this is like, because I feel like a lot of people think that honeymoon is like, you're in your honeymoon, so everything's like perfect, you're on a high after the wedding, and it's like amazing. But I think like with any relationship, arguments are pretty normal.
Yeah, we
So yeah, we argue like almost on every trip. So it's like nothing crazy. It's just like we just piss each other off with little things, and then 5 minutes later we're fine again.
Yeah.
But yeah, we argued. It's totally normal. Don't think it's abnormal if you argue with your significant other on a trip. Do you feel like traveling together has had a positive impact on your relationship?
Yeah, yeah, probably.
I think so.
2 really big tests to making a relationship work would be traveling together and living together. Because I feel like your true like living style shows the most on those things, like when you travel and when you live, like where you live and where you're traveling. So if it's someone that you're gonna try to commit like a long portion of your life to, you have to be able to be with them like in all aspects, and those things really show when you're traveling.
And I think it's positive as well because we experience so much of the world together and so many different cultures, and we grow together as a couple but as well as individually, because we see so much than just like our small little like
and then
city that we live in.
You also get like funny memories and like
Yeah.
good memories, happy memories, funny, exciting, scary, like lots of different things that are kind of unique to you and the people you traveled with.
So on one of the nights we decided to treat ourselves and do the fancier restaurant at the resort and go to the Michelin star restaurant. We decided to do the tasting menu?
It was like a 6-course tasting menu, so
Yeah.
it's much smaller portions, starting with like 2 appetizers, a couple of like first courses, and then like final courses.
They also give you wine with
And then,
each
well, that's the other
one.
thing. We did the wine pairing that went with the tasting menu. So each dish, it wasn't each dish, it was like 4 of the 6 plus a dessert wine with dessert. So actually no, the dessert was one of the 6. So 5 of the 6 courses came with a wine pairing.
But they gave very generous glasses, and I actually got pretty drunk.
Well,
which,
you don't drink that much.
No, I don't drink often. So after like the 3rd glass of wine, I was like, ooh, I kind of might be sick. And I don't want to get sick off of this amazing, expensive food that I just put down.
You also don't want to get like too drunk.
Right.
To be like, I'm eating it. Like,
Yeah. So Dan ended up drinking the rest of my wine, which
Well,
then he got drunk.
Luckily, it only hit me like a half hour, 45 minutes after we'd finished dinner and we were back up in our room. So I didn't miss out on any of the dinner experience. But yeah, all that like compounded wine that I collected like later on caught up to me.
Plus it was such a beautiful view. Our hotel was stunning. They had this floating dock.
There's a big pool.
Yeah.
In the middle of the floating
Which
dock.
cool. It was kind of like rocky. So if you're seasick, don't recommend, but it was almost like put me to sleep.
Yeah.
The pool was the best part, like actually going in the water and like putting my head underwater and like kind of going like this. It was perfect temperature, and it was just so nice to relax and do nothing. And we listened to Italian music.
Yeah, we would like download Italian music playlists on our phone.
Yeah.
And then just listen to that while we would like soak in the sun. It was
Yeah,
nice.
it was really nice.
Order a drink and just like get tons of water on ice because it was so hot.
Are you guys more connected now than you were before you left? I think yes, because we haven't had time where it's like off my phone.
I guess, yeah.
And even at the restaurant, you're like, I really like this.
Yeah.
The fact that you're not like, oh, I need to like check someone's texting me or someone's calling me or in an email.
What often happens when we go places or we try to spend time together, the two of us, you'll get easily distracted. We'll be like at dinner and we're like, oh, what is in this food? Or like, what does this ingredient mean? And so you'll pick up your phone to Google it, which is fine. It's like, it's part of that conversation of spending time together. But then you'll automatically get distracted with like
a notification,
like a pop down text of a friend, and then you'll like start texting that friend, and I'm like,
yeah.
But I think even beyond that, what like connected us more over this trip was that it was the first trip in so long we'd done just the two of us that, like I said earlier, we gained so many like experiences and memories that were so funny or like so exciting or fun. Now we get to share those together, and it was a really good like unique experience to us.
I really like that. We also got to watch all of Stranger Things at night when we couldn't sleep.
Because with jet lag one night we like couldn't sleep, and then we're like, oh, let's watch a bit of Stranger Things, and then like we watched 6 episodes.
Yeah, we're like
oh yeah.
It was like 3 a.m. Did you guys discuss next steps like moving, babies, fur babies, professional gains, all that kind of stuff?
Fur
babies. I think these are things that we've talked about kind of like throughout our relationship. It's not like we just now that we're on our honeymoon we can like really talk about it.
We don't have like a schedule.
No.
Was that the question? Was schedule the word they used in the question?
No.
So we've definitely, like, we've talked about getting a second dog. We've talked about having kids. We've talked about moving. We've talked about like progressing work-wise. There's lots of things we've talked about, but like in terms of how scheduled or structured we're trying to make that, we're not trying to be too tight.
I think it comes down to financial stability. I know not everyone, like, if there's never a perfect time to like do something, but definitely making sure that you are in a place that you can afford to like especially have kids or something, or to move, adopt another dog or cat or whatever. So I think that's always like the main focus.
At least for me, is probably one of the biggest things is to make sure we don't do too many of those huge things at the same time. So like I would prefer not to be like moving into a new house or purchasing our first home while also preparing for having a kid and getting another puppy.
Yeah.
You know, like that is too much.
That being said though, it's not like the end of the world if one does end up happening. Do you know what I mean?
No,
like,
of course not.
If we were to get pregnant, it's not like, we would definitely be okay and like be excited and like want it to happen. And even if we did like have to move when I was pregnant, it wouldn't be the end of the world.
No, we'd still go with it.
Yeah,
but
it's
like,
more just like we have the control right now, so might as well just kind of plan that way. But
we'd rather try to not like overwhelm ourselves.
Yeah,
and be like,
exactly. Yeah, I think that's all we're gonna talk about with our trip for now. If you want to see pictures, I did take pictures. I'm gonna post them on social media because I was
start
very
like
excited.
Slowly letting them leak out.
So you can follow me on Instagram. You can follow Dan on Instagram. And also, I want to follow or subscribe to our podcast. We have a podcast called the Poorly Planned Podcast, which is on like iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, all that kind of stuff.
Everything.
Links will be down below. If you guys are watching this video because you're about to go on your honeymoon, I say have the best time. Don't worry or stress about anything.
Just have fun.
And if you're not going on your honeymoon and you're just curious about what we did, I hope you're having a great day. I am very, very happy with how our trip went, and I hope our like excitedness
excites you.
Yeah, and is like kind of contagious going through the screen. And yeah, we're excited for the future, and we are not pregnant.
No.
If you want to see any videos with us and any challenges or whatever, let us know in the comments down below what you would like to see.
Video.
But yeah, oh, I'm so uncomfortable. We love you guys, and we will, well, at least I will see you in my next video. Bye! I love you. The sweater literally smells like mothballs. Your butt was in my face. The sweater smells like mothballs. I don't know why. Oh! Did you hear that? My ankles just cracked so much.
Alex, you left your purse and your sushi.
I left my purse there? God.